Chapter 1, President Rain. Well, it's better than President Thunder. Oh. Thank you for the raider. Okay, so we're going to be the 4th president of Sorland. No, you can't wear hats. Oh, that's a nice hat. So there's no hair. Like, I have hair half the time, and I guess that will work. Wait, there's no full beard? Denied. Oh, there we go. I found one. Turquoise. So not just turquoise. And we'll do office. This is us! You will not be able to change how President Rain looks from this point forward. Oh. There's no more options. Oh boy, we got lots of options. And we got 3. So as Anton Rain, you have made many promises to the people of Saarland in order to gain their votes. They must be considered very carefully. Alright, so we got economy. Saarland's economy has been based on the planned doctrine since its formation until the former president Ewald Afonso enacted free market reforms. Now the country finds itself in between 2 different economical systems. Thank you for the raider. So the last one did free market. So we can do... free market. Diplomacy. That intensifies global rivalry between capitalist Arcasio in the west and the communist United Cantona in the east, is opening new diplomatic possibilities. Skorland would take steps to align itself closer to one, west, east, or neither. What are these arrows? Nothing I can look at. I said Cantana. Or Cortana. It's Cantana. Capitalist or communist? We'll go with capitalist. In recent years, Bludish, Wizik, and Agnolian immigrants flocked to the Skorland due to relaxed immigration laws enacted by Ewald Afonso. As a result, tensions in between swords and the immigrations have been increasing, so we can keep immigration relaxed or tighten immigration. You got 10 minutes to get your raiders in the battlefield. That's 2 if you get them in there now. Well, let's tighten the immigration because we don't need to get overthrown by another government. Oh boy, there's more. We have also promised to focus on certain extensive projects within our first term. The peoples expect us to solve the negative situations with this topic, while providing an overall improvement to the related policies, health. Since the 1940s, the difference of services quality between urban and rural hospitals has been getting increasingly worse, and the average life expectancy has dropped significantly. Education, the lack of schools, teachers, and even classroom equipments in certain areas caused massive gaps in the previous robust education system. Thank you for the raider. Law enforcement. Increased crime is pushing law enforcement to the limits, while judges at courts deal with the huge and expanding backlog of illegal cases. Military. The military protects the country from hostile threats, and while some see it as a massive financial burden, others argue it's a critical deterrent. Fritters. Because a couple of those would be, they're all kind of important. Because people's life expectancy is going down, people's education has gone down, crime is up. Oh man. Go with education. Problem with education is if we educate people too far and then they leave, what are we gonna do? Your promises will be remembered, and they will have consequences. Yes. 2 weeks have passed since we won the election. And now, I was about to be sworn in as the 4th president of Swordland. Yay! Thousands were watching the inauguration ceremony and cheering my name. Anton Rain. Anton Rain. Oh. The die was cast. And there my story began. In the distance, the Maroon Palace stood on top of the famous Hill of Pride. I had no way of knowing what future awaited me there. I looked at my family, my son and daughter, Frank and Deanna, were next to Monica, my wife. Her eyes were gleaming with pride. Then I turned towards the key people who made it all possible. Of course, each individual was promised an important position in my cabinet. As my thoughts slowly faded away, the reality of the situation dawned on me. Orso Hawker, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, was awaiting for me. Orso Hawker, the time for the oath has come. I am ready. It has indeed. Let's start. It has indeed. Please, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear. I do solemnly swear. Oh, I gotta click it. I do solemnly swear that I will respectfully execute the office of the President of Swordland. Thank you for the raider. And to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend. And to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the people of the Constitution of the Republic of Swordland. You may now deliver your inaugurational speech, Mr. President. Thank you. It is an honor. Let's begin. It is an honor. Dear citizens of Swordland, brothers and sisters, My fellow swords, dear citizens of Swordland. The crowd looked very eager to listen to me. The idea of unity, the current dire situation, and a change and hope. The idea of unity. For many generations, this country and its long history have kept us tied to an idea. The idea of unity and our people's right for the free and prosperous life. If we stand together, will we prevail? Issue that plagued us, our capabilities. If we stand together. In the past, there have been times of survival, times of conflict, and economical hardships too. But whenever we stood together, we prevailed. I promise you, we will stop the recession and eliminate poverty. Yeah, I don't see that happening. The future awaits us. It's time to turn our face to the west. First, we must rewrite broken Constitution from 1929. That might be important. 3.5 minutes to get your Raiders in. First, we must rewrite our broken Constitution from 1929. It is time for the united and powerful Scotland to once again. Change now. Not in the next decade or years. Today, our capacity as a nation has never been greater. We'll change now. Hundreds of thousands cheered. They were shouting my name in unison. I felt the responsibility, the power, and the burden at the same time. Raise fist, wave, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Taking a deep breath in. I enjoyed the moment. I took a long look at the people of Sorland to burn this moment into my memory. One of the presidential guards came by to notify that it was time to leave. I made my way to the leading car in the motorcade. The presidential state car was a jet black Cadillac with flags of Sarland above the rear headlights. Next to me, there was a man holding the door. Hello, Mr. President. Still under the effect of the speech I made. Here my new little maid. Should be a professional voice actress. You said actress. Hello, Brooklyn. How are you? How have you been? Hearing my new title made me smile. If you allow me to introduce myself, I am Sarge, your new driver. Nice to meet you, Sarge. At ease, Sarge. As you wish, Mr. President. Been good? That's great. He respectfully bowed his head before opening the car door and gesturing inside. I entered the car. What you been playing? We will be heading towards the palace. The motorcade began to move. On the way, Sarge proceeded to explain his duties as a driver. Flight simulator. Do you have a chair for it? As minutes passed, I found myself lost in thoughts again, barely paying attention to what he was saying. He suddenly made a gesture towards the now closer palace. Ah, no. I can't win without your help. Isn't it a beauty? The Maroon Palace. He was right. Sunlight glinted off the palace's many maroon, cultured domes. It was so bright that I had to look away. Every time I look at it, I am reminded of my duty to this nation. It is in good hands now. So do I, Surge. It is beating heart with the nation after all. We all owe great debt to the men who led the country from here. It's just a building. That's not nice. We'll go with it is the beating hearts of the nation after all. Well said, Mr. President. The car drove past the majestic gates, continued uphill to the entrance, and stopped in front of the doors. Search got out of the car and opened the door for me. Have a great day, Mr. President. Amorgna Wiskea. He referred to the famous Swedish line from the times of revolution. Amorgna Wiskea. Victor is da, which meant morning will come. Victory is close. See you soon. We'll go with Victor and Sistad. I made my way upstairs through the extravagant corridors of the palace. Marble and engraved wooden finishes decorated the interior. My footsteps echoed in the colossal halls. The guards bowed their heads in respect as I opened the massive doors to my new office.